This is from the 801. I've seen this floated out there. We've even discussed this because some conferences at times have had where the elite teams, the ones who bring in probably the most eyeballs or money, have had more money when it's distributed. For a while, the Big 12 did that. It didn't work out well. That's what kind of created a lot of the issues they've dealt with in the last 10 or 12 years. The 801, Brigham Young fan, Quinn. Recently found your show. We appreciate it. It's great. Thank you, Quinn. Since UCLA and USC announced they were leaving the Pac-12, I've read a lot of claims the Big 10, Big 12, needs to act fast and add Pac-12 teams. But do you think there's any way that Oregon or Washington, if they were to ever even consider and or join the Big 12, would get higher money incentives than everyone else in the conference? And I would absolutely lose my S if the Big 12 ever succumbed to that. The only team I would ever do that for might be Notre Dame, but that's not happening, so the answer is no.
I mean, to make it a little clearer, you're saying have bigger shares than the actual Big 12 schools?
No,
absolutely not.
No.
They're not big enough or good enough or bad enough to be worth that. No, absolutely not. They're not that far above teams already in the conference. I know Oregon's the big Nike brand, and I'm sure there will be a number of numbers, graphs or whatever that somebody who doesn't understand that I don't care will throw at me if they take it the wrong way. But Oregon and Washington are not 20 steps above Oklahoma State and Baylor and some of the other schools in the conference, in my opinion. They might be more popular. They might have bigger alumni, but they're not that far ahead where they would be able to carve out bigger shares of the pie. Absolutely not.
All right, now let's go to the text line 254-339-1122.
They would have to both bringing in with them in tow like millions of new Big 12 fans and millions of, and I don't think that they're doing, they might be in theory bringing in millions of new fans, but they would have to have such sizable TV audiences and a share of the popularity of the conference. It's not even realistic to debate it. They don't, and they won't. And so there's no way they get that much money.
If that was the case, they would have been invited by the Big 10.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
From Ron Tamlin. Ron, thank you. No doubt the Blue